I'm Dave. This draft season, VTSDL Restricted Draft League Season 7, I decided that it wasn't enough for me to just win on my own. I had to pass on my knowledge, train a protege, fill them up with all the texts and tips I've learned, and send them off to the world was a step up above everyone else. I would be making a Nepo baby, and their name would be Scaredy Kid. He's had a rocky road to playoffs in what many are calling the most stacked division of all time, but he's made it. 4 wins and 3 losses. Guaranteed playoffs. But wait, there are 8 weeks in a regular season. Fate declared that we would play on week 3, and we delayed and delayed. He wasn't ready. He couldn't have been. But now, he finally is. This is his chance to show me everything he's learned through all the countless prep games we've played and all the instruction manuals I've written for him that I don't think he read. This is the real finale of my VTSDL Restricted Draft League regular season, as well as his. I despise Draft Sun, and the first thing Scaredy told me was that his favorite legendary is Groudon. When I went to work to craft the team I would hate playing against the most. The type chart is perfect on paper, and you can't say a bad thing about its damage. There are 2 explosive options and the variance-inducing jump bluff. Chlorophyll Sleep Powder, Chlorophyll Tailwind, Chlorophyll Encore, all terrifying. And the Discount Chiyu Charizard, also terrifying. Why is it in B tier? Latios is a combination of utility, speed, and damage. There's even more utility, with 2 fake outs on both ends of the speed tier, Ambipom and Berserker. Intimidate Arcanine, and Inner Focus Raikou with Howl, or Thunder Wave, or Electro Web, or whatever you want. And with Probopass and Spiritomb, it's hard to say he doesn't have any answers for Trick Room. Slitherwing, which you can't win with, is also there. Now his speeds are a bit uncomfortable. Many speed ties, and there's nothing above base 115, but that doesn't really matter when you've got a Sunshine Plus, especially against me. Crafted and everything. I have to get Trick Room up. I can't compete against Chlorophyll Tailwind, and even if I finagle a way to make my only fast offensive threat Thundurus, beat Groudon, it doesn't have a chance in hell at beating Charizard or Latios. This makes my game plan predictable, but if there's one thing I can do, it's set up a fucking Trick Room. So I need a lead that can do all of the following. Survive a Specs Heat Wave plus Life Orb Precipice Blades double up from Groudon and Charizard. Not lose immediately to getting Sleep Powdered. Either be immune to Ambipom's Fake Out plus Taunt combo, or lose little ground by playing passive in front of it. Be able to stop imprison Trick Room Spiritomb, not get phased out by Roar. Covering all these bases is impossible, but I can get pretty close. Cedric plus Dialga will be my game 1 lead. I should do this first because Frisk is invaluable against this team. I have to figure out Jump Up and Groudon's items for long-term play. This has no answers for Imprisoned Trick Room Spiritomb and does have difficulties into Jump Up and Ambipom, but for the most simple solutions, killing both my guys, taunting my Trick Room, and the most complex solutions, or bullshit, this will be my best bet. Cedric getting Sleep Powdered makes it a long-term liability, and double protecting on Ambipom can backfire massively on Groudon lead if it Swords Dance or Roar. With this Dialga set, 2 of the 2 HP, 228 defense, is capable of living the Specs Heat Wave, Life Orb, Precipice Blades double up post-Terra. It will be very close, and there's a respectable chance I'll still die if Citrus Berry doesn't go off against the Charizard Heat Wave, but it's the best chance I've got. The Dragon Terra increases the damage output on Draco while completing my defensive needs, but even post-Terra I won't be getting many OHKO, so I'll need a Helping Hand to get rid of Groudon or Spiritomb, and depending on bulk, I'm still gambling with rolls on Arcanine and Charizard even without Helping Hand. Cedric does not need an introduction. You could have figured out its set just from that Dialga segment. Terragrass for the incomprehensible Jump Bluff plus Knock Groudon lead, and the 3 essential status moves, Follow Finger, Helping Hand, Protect, and Endeavor. So we'll move on to lead 2. Hariyama and Chandelure. This handles passive leads much better, but struggles more into Taunt, Roar, and Damage Overload. It's still a good option into Groudon plus Charizard, but I have to play Terra 50-50s that I may always be on the losing end of, if Groudon is Cobra Cloak and Charizard is Terra Ghost, which I love doing. I'd go so far as to call it a patented draft solution of mine. I'm even bringing it in this game. Hariyama plus Chandelure. Ghost type. Cobra Cloak. But we're going to play with that odds. If he uses my own tech against me, he deserves the win. Now, Hariyama's damage is on the low end. It can't 2-hit KO Groudon, and the super effective coverage can't OHKO whatever I want it to OHKO. But the effective fire resistance with Sickfat is invaluable enough, even though it does need 152 bulk to survive a Specs Overheat from Zard. It was originally going to be Koba Berry until I realized if he decides to Air Slash Hariyama, I'm going to win anyway. But it still kept the Terra Grass, which was going to be because it was with the flying. Just so I don't lose and get Sleep Powder by Jump Off. Failure is of course essential, and Whirlwind will make Imprison Trick Room Spiritomb go away. Because I don't care how long to stick around once I'm in Trick Room, I have CC over Low Kick and Knock Off just to scout for items. It's good into Latios, it's good into AV Groudon. Moving specs from Charizard in particular will let me live in Air Slash. This is going to be the only matchup I bring Chandelure to, because I treated this away like the week afterwards chronologically. It's very good into Sun teams. Unfortunately, the only Sun team I play is the Sunsetter that likes rock moves. I'm accepting the risk of being Stone Edged or Rock Slide flinched for the higher reward of Terra Flying. This bulk lives Spec Zard Air Slash, which should allow me to get Trick Room up, assuming the Groudon burns its first turn, not hitting Shandy. The damage output on this does suck, matching with Hariyama. Overheat will do enough for my purposes, even if it's not an OHKO, especially on Groudon, it's a roll too. But if it doesn't die fast enough, Chandelure doesn't die fast enough after going to -2, when Spiritomb, Latios, or Probopass come out, it won't be fun. They can just target down the not Shandy slot and, win. Protect doesn't feel great on this. But the other moves don't feel much righter. I could have Taunt to beat Groudon and Spiritomb, but I feel that leaves me at too big a disadvantage long term. I can't come up with a better idea, maybe Flamethrower or Heat Wave, but the Protect it is. The backbones of my damage will be Glaceon and Ursaluna. Glaceon I got for no reason, and I'm gonna let her come to this set just so I can say I brought everyone once. This will likely only go with the Cendrith Dialga lead. Specs Ice Beam does a lot of work here. It can OHKO Charizard, it can OHKO Groudon and Latios, of course, and the actual life for this of the team can get nervous on my other techs, notably Ursaluna. So I do feel a little bit comfortable bringing this along. That said, the goal of this Glaceon isn't to click Ice Beam, but to click Blizzard. I'm going to build a little out for him, a little bit of luck he can abuse. He's a lucky boy. If I hit all my Blizzards, there's very likely nothing he can do about it. But if I miss them, then my Glaceon is an Ice type against a Sun team, and it dies. So I go Shadow Ball because of Berserker, I guess. Last but not least will be Ursaluna. Let's have a bit of an uphill battle here. Iron Defense Probopass is a hard counter if he preserves Terra for it, and Spiritomb Foul Play can also be a big problem. It can't OHKO Groudon with Facade and takes a good bit in return, and I'm going to remedy all these issues at once with a Curse Ursaluna. After a +1, I'll be able to OHKO Groudon, and I'll be slower than Spiritomb, and be able to OHKO it with high horsepower. Since the plan is to get the +1, I can invest enough in special defense to have a good shot at living a Heat Wave from Charizard and whatever Latios wants to do to me. However, a normal ground Ursaluna would hate to see a Terra Ghost Latios come. It would be completely walled, but I don't think that's going to happen. Terra Steel is more likely for the resistance to Dragon, and if Latios was Ghost, Crunch would get it pre and post Terra. I don't think he would like to gamble on that. I don't think he would like to be advised to do that. Even still, Curse will be a great option into Terra Steel Latios. Because after a +1, the Facade will OHKO, it will not do that otherwise. Terra Fairy just makes me immune to Draco, and will let me resist Body Pass from Probopass. And that will be it. That will be the team. I want to see him succeed. I want to see him prove that the student can overtake the master. I know he's gotten advice from basically everyone I would call a friend or ally, I think. So I'll be playing against them in spirit as well. But I'm not sure if he will succeed. Do you think he'll succeed? I'm not sure. I'll have to play to find out. The fated battle is underway. Berserk versus Griffith. Nepo parent, Nepo father versus Nepo baby, Nepo son. Zatch versus Bell. This is the most meaningful game we've all ever seen. This is what I thought. I expected a Probopass over the Ambipom. We will lead with Glaceon. And I will lead with my trick. I will see where this game leads us. He must trample me underfoot if he wishes to proceed. He won't be denied playoffs. But he will try it. And he can't chat because this is a new account. Alright. This is the lead we've all been waiting for. What more is there to do? What more is there to do than follow me and Terra Dragon? He can Sleep Powder, he can Press his Blade, he can Light Screen. There's many tricks he has up his disposal. Up his sleeve. Many tricks that I've taught him. The Jumpluff could Light Screen. Of course, he could use Sleep Powder as well, but I'm not sure he would go for that. He could Swords Dance. There's any number of tricks he could use to turn the tide in his favor. Will he do any of them? Will he simply protect? Will he forget what he's doing entirely? Brago is Covert Cloak. That's exciting. I knew that one. I kind of thought that one. That one crossed my mind as a worst case scenario. He's identified it. He's identified Covert Cloak as a bad option, as one that I hate, as one that I despise. He knows me well. He knows inside my mind. Through the weeks, the 2 months of training, he knows. He knows me just as well as I know him. He knows what I fear. He knows that all my well-laid plans are turned to mush after a single sleep powder. He knows right now he's thinking. He's played this battle through 1,000,000 times in his head, and he knows in almost all of them he can win. Because he believes. Because he's Berserk. And Griffith always loses to Berserk. Except for the one time. Maybe 2 times. He's icing me out. He's making me nervous. He's making me quake. What happens? It's a sleep powder. We all knew it was going to happen. It's a high horsepower. What did he expect? Did he expect a wide guard? I'm not sure if he could do such a thing. I don't think he'll do such a thing again. So this is Focus Sash. We're going to switch out here. What is, if you are Covert Cloak, I know your damage ranges. I know that a Terra Dragon, whatever the fuck, will not kill. You do have to hope that a Terra Dragon, whatever the fuck, will not kill this Groudon. It will do 82 unless it has any speed investment. I predict that you will protect the Groudon as I have taught you many times in the past, and you will sleep powder with the Dialga. I know he was just to preserve, and if he does, it shouldn't matter. Lottie going into Latios suits me just fine. High horsepower does nothing. We Draco Meteor the Latios. If it tears to steel, that's really gonna suck, but I don't think it will. We curse to become slower than the Spiritomb that is likely waiting in the wings. If I built this team for him, I would say, Jumpluff, Groudon, Latios, Spiritomb. I would have said Charizard over Latios, but they're interchangeable in this scenario. He may Terra the Ghost here. I hope he Terras the Ghost. But if he doesn't, that's fine. Sad. I'm now at my max potential. I'm now at my full potential. No physical attackers can stop me. How do you handle this threat, scaredy kid? I bet you didn't even know Ursaluna got this move. A wise play. Facade. Destroying Jumpluff. Destroying all chances of survival. We switch out. Reset. Do we reset? Because I know you have Protect. I know this is a double Protect moment. We switch you out. We see the item. We know that you're soul due. We Facade you. We follow me and kind of hope you wake up, but I don't think you will. We Protect and we follow me, I think. Yeah. We Protect. No, because we don't want it to do this, so I think we Protect and we Endeavor, just to burn the first turn of sleep. Because Tailwind doesn't matter. It's perfectly fine. You have Rage Powder. Okay, so now I think I live this, unless it's like modest. Yeah, it does 71. I will live this in time. It's more likely than not I get the Tailwind up here, which is cool. Still asleep. Sleep Powder failed due to being burned. Facade. Come through. It's Charizard. It's a Zard endgame. It's going to Heat Wave. It fingers. Sleep Powder goes off. It Heat Waves. What a surprise. We Draco Meteor, we Blizzard. No! Oh, it missed. It's now Jumpluff against Dialga. There's a chance Jumpluff can win this. Jumpluff can win this if it Pollen Puffs 3 times. Why did it Rage Powder? Does it? Oh, it doesn't have an attacking move. No! He fell victim to folly. I've told him several times. No, I've told him so many times that he's not ready for no attack jump fluff. He thought now was the time, and couldn't have been more wrong. No, you could. That's the ebb and flow of fluff. Now what do? We mix it up. We show him a new option. He didn't Terra. I don't know whether he just forgot that he could or what. Let's see. Where do I gotta find a puck quote? Where do I gotta find a puck quote? There, this is it. There. Encourage him. We show him this. We show him that we're prepared. I'm prepared for whatever he's got. I know that he's got Covert Cloak. I know all of his items, I think. I don't know the item of the... What's the last... I don't know the item of the Charizard, but I know that thing is fucking specs. Groudon, Spiritomb. He's not aware of my... He is not aware. He doesn't know. Does he have Roar? Does he know what he has? Does he know what I'm capable of? Does he know the depths of my hatred for Imprisoned Trick Room? Have I instilled this in him? No, I have not. To overcome this obstacle, predict that I will whirlwind here is an option all on my own, and he did not go for it. He did not know. This will be your undoing, scaredy kid. Knockoff plus Shadow Ball. Actually, I'll just knock you off and then I'll overheat, because you died of overheat, like always. No, that would be bad. Yeah, no, we'll do this. Knock off. Your choice specs is gone. I missed the overheat, a big swing. A big swing of luck in his favor. He does have Roar. To no avail. It works against him. That couldn't have been worse. That couldn't have been worse for Scaredy Kid. That couldn't have been a worse roll of the dice. He's unlucky. He's as unlucky as he is thoughtful. I knew Groudon. He knew Groudon was the answer, but he was too afraid. He thought he could kill too much. He got too greedy. No, because he could roar again, but will he? I don't think he will. I don't think he will. He won't. Now, high horsepower, the Spiritomb. I'm now slower. This is the purpose of this Ursaluna. The purpose of this Ursaluna is to go below the minimum speed of the Spiritomb, and the one-hit KO is a high horsepower. The only way to get around this is a Terra Flying, or a Terra Grass, or a Terra Bug. There's 3 Terras that are at his disposal here. All could get him out of this. None could right now. Covert Cloak has been removed. High horsepower, gone. Scaredy Kid is running out of time. He's running out of options. I don't know if this thing has Roar. I don't think this thing has Protect. It doesn't. Scaredy Kid, that was a wonderful fight. He should have went back to the Pluff. He regrets not going for the Pluff. Dragon Pulse. Terra Dragon Pulse, a wise maneuver. I show him Close Combat, I show him Draco Meteor. Cluster Purge. He dropped the game down to 4-2. Good game, Scaredy Kid. He may not have won, but he's learned. He's learned from Roar. All he had to do was roar on the first turn. He was skittish. He got scared at the end, but it was a wonderful effort nonetheless.